People that are making a huge deal about this, they're making such a huge deal about it, are looking for something, because once again, most of these motherfuckers would suck a donkey's dick dry to fucking trade places with him.
Sounds like you may be projecting here, Alan. What's up, guys? Enkiri here. And it looks like our old pal Alan Roberts of Every Damn Day Fitness has finally found the time in his busy daily schedule of spreading conspiracy theories regarding COVID-19 to weigh in with his regurgitated and malformed thoughts on the Athlean-X fake plates debacle, basically responding exactly how we all knew that he was going to respond all along, by pretty much just brushing the allegations aside. I mean, let's face it, he's a pretty predictable old fella, but he essentially implied that this whole situation is #fake news. A situation that I actually foreshadowed would happen in a video that I released last week. I don't know if Alan watched that video or not. But so basically, he offered us the exact same lame excuse that Greg Doucette presented to us a few days ago. And I guess he should thank Greg for giving him that out, because he was obviously sweating for a few days there, deleting comments on his channel left and right that were asking about the fake weights, and then claiming that he would simply not address the issue at all, but also clearly wondering how the heck he was possibly going to defend Athlean-X on this matter. And I'm not going to reiterate any of the counter argument on why all this matters, because I've already done that. And you can check out my response video to Greg Doucette, which I'll link below in the description here if you're interested. Now, if you want to hear the full story about this whole situation with all of the relevant context dating back to my original Athlean-X critique video from April of 2019, then you should also check out Curlean-X's most recent video on the subject, which I'll also link below in the description here. But Curlean-X does an absolutely fantastic job of presenting us the entire situation, the entire timeline from the beginning, starting with my critique video last year, the ensuing responses to that video made by Shredded Sports Science, Every Damn Day Fitness, and Pure Bullfit, and how all of that relates to the current fake weight situation we find ourselves in. It was a fantastic overview, and Curlean makes a very solid argument for why all of this stuff matters. I think he makes a better argument than I do, and he also thoroughly debunks all the arguments and brush-offs that have so far been made by his bodyguards regarding the fake weight. So be sure to watch Curlean-X's video as well. As for myself, well, I was highly disappointed with Alan's response here, but I didn't really expect anything more from someone of his caliber. So I'm just going to go over some of the main points of his impotent and largely irrelevant argument real quick, and just explain why no one should listen to this hypocritical man-child anymore.
But accusing Jeff of using fake weights and deceiving his audience. Now, here's a couple reasons. First of all, just to put it out there, Jeff is one of my best friends, and so I'm going to be biased.
Yeah, well, that part is pretty obvious, Alan. You announcing it to us doesn't make the deflection that you're about to attempt any less obvious.
However, I don't give a fuck if he's using prop plates on fucking video for form demonstrations. I really don't. If he was fucking all of a sudden saying, I'm about to set a world record, check these out, and those are fake plates, that's one thing. Form videos, are you fucking serious? This is a fucking thing? You guys are fucking worried about this? Are your fifis okay?
Sorry, Gramps, but this cop-out becomes invalid when someone explicitly states, on more than one occasion, mind you, how much weight they're lifting.
Okay, and finally now we're up to my goal, which was 5 plates today. And with those extra 2 liters that I had there, that original 225-pound set, now I'm pushing myself up to, I believe it's 491, as I'm a few short here of 495. But the idea here is, guys, now I'm trying to see what I can get. And now as we get up here touching sort of almost at 500 pounds, this is where I feel like I'm not mastering it the way I should.
So you get a 0 for this argument. Not to mention the clips in both of these videos were analyzed via a voiceover that took place after the fact. The deadlifts were framed as a typical training session, and then he analyzed the lifts after the training session was over. That's not a demo, and your little prop plates excuse has absolutely no validity. I do this same style of video all the time. I film my training sessions, and then I voice them over after the fact. I call them training vlogs, and I analyze and I discuss my lifting form, how that training session went, my plans for the lifts that I show in the videos, etc., etc., etc. But hey, I run a fitness channel, not a fat shaming channel, so it's not surprising that I understand this concept and you don't. Oh, and by the way, Alan, and I apologize preemptively for the unsolicited advice, but I recommend shaving the beard, man. All those grays make you look real worn out, but I guess it was probably pretty stressful having to come up with this completely bullshit response video.
Who fucking gives a fuck what he lives? I've never given a fuck what Jeff lives. Ever. Ever. I've never given a fuck what's on the bar. His information is what I look to him for multiple reasons. One, his information's rock solid. I fucking enjoy his fucking information.
Now do it the way I'm showing you here. Breathe out and tighten down. Contract your abs forcefully. Be conscious of how hard you're contracting your abs. Make sure that you've expelled the air.
Yeah, rock solid info, dude. He claims that exhaling before heavy squats and avoiding the Valsalva is the key to squatting more weight instantly. That's not just suboptimal, but it's also dangerous. And please amuse me by trying to defend that recommendation as being rock solid. He also recommends impossible protocols, such as this bastardized German volume training protocol, where he advises you to do 10 sets of 10 reps on the squat, using 70 to 80% of your 1 rep max with just 60 seconds of rest in between sets. An impossible to complete protocol that is simply reckless and irresponsible to recommend. I've already debunked both of these recommendations at length, so I'll link them for you guys in the description down below, and especially for you, Alan, in case you would also like to learn something about proper strength training. And again, if you think this is a solid protocol, then go ahead and defend it. I'm happy to go back and forth with you, debating the efficacy of it, or rather lack thereof. Or better yet, give the protocol a try exactly as it's recommended by Jeff, and let us know how your progress goes.
If you believe what you see, I'm way uglier. And I mean way uglier in person than I'm even presenting on camera. And
well, goddamn, I feel bad for your wife then.
But if you think that people are as big or as strong or move as well, if you think, wow, he just fucking jumped on that fucking box and everything like that, that's fucking impressive. I did not fucking one take that shit. I'll be honest, I wasn't using fake boxes, but I fucking certainly took multiple fucking attempts at that shit.
This isn't even a relevant argument or analogy. You still jumped on the box. The number of attempts it took your clunky ass to get up there is irrelevant. It would only be analogous if you claimed the boxes were 60 inches tall when they were only 40 inches tall. This is called straw manning. And I know you're not actually this stupid. Not that you're particularly smart, but I can tell when you talk that you're not that stupid. Which means the only other option is that you're a disingenuous fucking liar who's condoning the use of deception and outright lies to extract money from people who may not happen to know that they're being lied to. But sure, everyone please remember to be good to each other. Sure thing, you fucking hypocrite. The ironic part is I actually found your channel a couple years ago because you made a video exposing some random fitness influencer who tried to make himself look like he had an insane vertical jump by jumping off of an object and then publishing the video in reverse so it looked like he was jumping onto the object. And you did a good job, a great job there even, showing that the video was being played backwards and telling people not to fall for gimmicks like that. So it's ironic that you then used a box jump clip of your own here to defend Jeff's fake weights, when his fraudulent behavior in this instance is pretty much perfectly analogous to the fake box jump that you exposed a couple years ago. I wonder why you would deem one lie to be unacceptable, but then go on to deem another one to be acceptable. Seriously though, if you guys take nothing else away from this video, I want it to be this. Alan Roberts is a hypocrite. It's fine for him to shit all over Chris Heria, Scott Herman, myself, and whoever the heck else he's badmouthed. But when Jeff Cavalier gets caught red-handed committing an objectively shady and grimy offense, suddenly it doesn't matter anymore. Suddenly, I don't care anymore. Suddenly, calling out fitness bullshit is childish and trivial, even though that's how he built his entire channel and his entire brand. Let's go over the timeline here. Just a few days ago, he was shilling his damn cruise, or whatever the heck he calls it, but then the Athlean-X fake weights news breaks, and all of a sudden, just a few hours later, everything related to the fitness business becomes trivial because of the civil unrest that was already going on when he released his previous video. Well, that sounds fishy enough as it is, but wait, there's more! Then Greg Doucette gives Alan this mighty convenient fake weights are okay for demonstration purposes excuse.
Does it really matter though? No, it doesn't really matter.
And suddenly, as if by magic, the situation is once again able to be addressed, even though he had just said right here, just a couple days before releasing his video, that he wasn't even going to bother addressing it. Sounds like someone was sweating bullets and then lucked into a convenient excuse that he could latch onto from YouTube Fitness's current darling. He is a hypocrite of the highest order. The highest order. Seriously, remember that. And everything he says needs to be taken with multiple coarse grains of salt.
So let's be fucking real. I don't give a fuck. There's other shit going on in the world. You fucking people look like fucking idiots. Really? Address Jeff's fake plates. You sound like fucking 6-year-olds.
Yes, Alan, we are the ones who are like 6-year-olds for asking for integrity and accountability, for wanting to reduce the deception and lies that are used to dupe unwitting people out of their hard-earned money, for wanting to clean things up that give all of us a bad look, for wanting to reduce the fraud that is so prevalent within the industry. We are the 6-year-olds here, not the grown man who has so little to add to any conversation that he has to resort to name-calling every single time he opens his mouth.
Because some dumbass motherfucker, I had to look up his name. That's how fucking... I had to look up his name. We're just gonna call him Lois Lane, you see?
Not the grown man who is such a brown-nosing pussy that he can't even call a spade when it's literally staring the entire fucking world in the face. Seriously, how stupid do you think your audience is to try to pull that off? We know Greg Doucette thinks his audience is stupid because he says it all the time. So it's unsurprising that he made the argument that he made. But you must think your audience is pretty fucking stupid as well to try to feed them the lines of bullshit that you just did. And call me Lois Lane all you want, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm my own man with my own thoughts and my own opinions and the ability to think critically. I don't have to wait for Greg Doucette to tell me how to respond to the situation. And I don't have my nose so far up anyone's ass that I've been forced to try to answer to and defend bullshit actions that give the entire industry a bad look. Because I'm not a leech like you. You painted yourself into that corner. That's why you were forced to respond to this controversy in the first place. If I'm Lois Lane, you're fucking Lex Luthor. Bald, slimy, and corrupt. Seriously though, you have no integrity whatsoever, and all you've done these past few weeks is destroy your own credibility. I've seen people comment that time and time again now, and you further cemented that with this video. You are a plague. You are a stain on the fitness community. You offer nearly nothing of value, and the small amount that you do offer is vastly overshadowed by your crude, vulgar, and pathetically sycophantic behavior. You encourage bullying. You've repeatedly encouraged reckless behavior during the COVID-19 outbreak. You're an enormous fucking hypocrite, telling everyone and their mother to stay in their own lane when you're constantly veering out of yours, and with all the evidence staring you and everyone else in the face, you don't even have the balls to do the one thing that you've built your entire channel on, which is call out the bullshit. The double standard at play here is honestly pathetic, and no one should take you or any of your call outs seriously after this. The best thing you could possibly do for YouTube Fitness as a whole would be to simply delete your wasted fucking channel. But barring that, I truly hope that more people begin to question your advice and the bullshit that you constantly spew in the wake of this ordeal. And the funniest part of all is, not only are you making yourself look terrible, but you're also digging the hole that Jeff is currently in deeper and deeper by playing it off with a bullshit response like this. It makes you look bad, and it makes him look bad. And everyone that isn't entirely blinded by bias is starting to see that. People don't appreciate mental gymnastics of this caliber to justify outright fraudulent behavior. They don't like being lied to, and they aren't going to approve of people like you going to such absurd lengths to defend objectively deceitful behavior like this. They're not going to let you feed them this type of bullshit for much longer. The ironic part is, if you had just come out and told things like they are, you actually would have saved far more face for Jeff during this ordeal than with this lame ass shit that you tried. People are waking up, dude. They have a voice on here too, and more big channels are starting to speak up. This type of bullshit isn't gonna fly for much longer, no matter how you and your buddies try to spin it. But good job accidentally making Jeff look way worse though, dumbass.
They get to take multiple takes. I don't think any of the fucking dudes that are accusing Jeff of using fake plates and it's horrible, I don't think any of those fucking dudes one take any of their fucking shit. I'm sure they set up fucking lighting. I'm sure they fucking take multiple takes. I'm sure many of them get pumps before they get on fucking camera. They're deceiving the audience too. It's shit that happens all the fucking time on almost every fucking fitness video, you fucking pansy ass motherfuckers. Get over it. What the fuck's wrong with you? So let's be fucking real. I don't give a fuck. There's other shit going on in the world. You fucking people look like fucking idiots. Really? Address Jeff's fake plates. You sound like fucking 6-year-olds. That's just my 2 cents on the matter. My name's Alan Roberts.
Your 2 cents wasn't worth the 5.5 minutes of my life that I just wasted listening to it. Now, Alan, before I close here, I want to be serious. I know that you and I don't like each other very much at this point, but let me be serious for just 1 second. What you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.